Hey guys, it's Cam and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you're into all things beauty, I'm talking hair, makeup, and skincare, then you're in the right place, so make sure you stick around and join the Cam fam by hitting that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, so today I want to talk about a topic that has personally affected me a lot. I've brought it up in some of my other videos and asked you guys for help because the situation has been really dire over here, and I'm talking about fixing dry, cracked hands. I'm literally over winter. I feel like I have to apologize because in the past few videos, I don't know if you've seen, but like my eczema is getting just really bad, and I'm sorry if my fingers look crusty, especially in the close-ups. So it's like the 1st of December right now. Winter is looming and maybe even upon us in some regions. And right about this time of year is when my hands start just freaking out and just all havoc breaks loose. So I want to show you guys my hands. They're not that bad right now because I've been using some of the products that I'm going to talk about in this video, but I do want to point out I have been slacking. I haven't like cleaned and busted out the humidifier this year yet, and it's literally like 10% humidity in my house right now. So the comfort zone is like 30 to 60%. Anything under 30% is considered dry, and I'm at 10% right now. So yeah, my hands are not very happy right now. I feel like you almost can't even see it, but just I have like little bumps all over my hands. This knuckle like cracked right here, and I even like have some scabbing where I was like itching it at one point. So technically what I have is called dyshydrotic eczema, and you get like these little like itchy bumps on your hands, and just my hands have been so bad in the past. I've like had cracks all along every knuckle, sometimes like in between, and when I wake up in the morning, it's almost like I can't even like close my hands. They feel like swollen and just dried out. So I've been through the ringer with it, and similarly, I've been through the ringer trying like every single hand cream on the market, whether it's from the drugstore, whether it's high-end, whether it's prescribed by a dermatologist, which I'm going to talk about my experience with that a little later on in this video. But I feel like even if your hands aren't as bad as mine have been, I think a lot of people have issues with their hands in the winter time. So I really hope this video helps some of you guys out, because I know that personally it's been a really big struggle for me. So if you want to see like the absolute best hand creams that are going to fix your dry, cracked hands, then keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a brand that you've probably heard of before. Both Sephora and Ulta carry it. And I'm of course talking about the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. So this is probably the first hand cream that I used that I actually noticed a difference from. And I mean, I've tried like all the Gold Bonds, everything from the drugstore. I've tried like high-end ones. We're talking like L'Occitane and all these like high-end designer ones that really just have nice fragrances but don't actually have any like effective ingredients in them. So why I like this cream, I actually like it so much that I have like other scents of it. And what's great about it is that there's no artificial fragrances in it. Like this one, for example, is vanilla cookie, and it has like vanillin in it to make it vanilla scented instead of like some sort of fragrance that you could be allergic to. So I love the fact that they don't use fragrances, but what really makes this a standout cream is the fact that they have colloidal oatmeal as an active ingredient. So this is 0.5% of colloidal oatmeal, and I've used like oatmeal lotions in like drugstore products, but because drugstore products are like loaded with other irritants in them and like petroleum and fragrances and stuff like that, even if I used a higher concentration of colloidal oatmeal from a drugstore product, it didn't give me the relief that this product does. And this product also has like other soothing ingredients in it, like ceramides, allantoin, which really helps soothe irritated skin. So this is a really lightweight cream. It's not like the other creams that I'm gonna mention in this video, which are real heavy hitters, but this is really just universal that anyone with like slightly dry hands could really benefit from. And especially if you get rashes on your hands, this is one of the best creams for that. It really like soothes the itch right away. So most people, if they have like a rash on their hands or something, will jump to using cortisone cream. And cortisone cream is a corticosteroid. And the big issue with corticosteroids is that they have a lot of side effects. They have rebound effects where they become less and less effective. And personally, I was prescribed one of the strongest corticosteroid creams like available from a doctor. And one of the side effects of corticosteroid creams is that they actually thin your skin over time. And the one that I had was such a heavy duty corticosteroid that literally within a matter of a few weeks, the backs of my hands like looked like grandma hands. And they were like all wrinkly looking, all thin looking. And I was like freaking out, like what did I do to my hands? And because the skin becomes like thinner and more compromised, it just makes the issues worse. And so I was stuck in this like endless cycle of having itchy, cracked hands and applying this cream and then them getting worse and needing more cream, and now the cream doesn't work, and it was just a nightmare. So a lot of people probably are just using like cortisone cream that you can buy over the counter. This is so much better. Please try this instead of using a cortisone cream, because it's gonna be so much better at soothing the itch, and you're not gonna have like all those other side effects. You're not gonna get a rebound effect or become desensitized to like colloidal oatmeal. So it truly is so much better for you. Now, like I said, this is a really lightweight cream. If you only have mild dryness, I suggest starting here because some of the other creams here might be overkill. And I'm just gonna demonstrate a little bit of it. So I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. That way you guys can see the consistency of these. And then just kind of like spread it a little bit. And so it does make the skin feel very, very silky. The regular version has like no scent whatsoever. It really is a pretty lightweight moisturizer. Now, if this isn't taking care of the itch and you need more moisture, my next recommendation is the Aven Restorative Hand Cream. Now, I love Aven products, just having like rosacea on my face. They've been really, really soothing on my face. And this hand cream has been no different. I've absolutely loved it. And for a while, it was the best thing that I found for my hands. Now, what I like about this cream is that it kind of reminds me of that like liquid glove product. I don't know if you've seen that at like CVS, but it gives you a very almost like powdery matte finish on your hands while making them still feel moisturized. It almost makes them feel like enveloped. So I really like this cream. I would definitely say it's heavier duty than the First Aid Beauty one. And if you're somebody who like wants to use a hand cream but doesn't like having like that greasy feeling on your hands after, this does have a very like matte finish after while still being moisturizing. I don't know how to describe it. It's really weird. It doesn't leave your hands feeling greasy, and they do feel very supple afterwards. So I'm gonna apply some of this one so that you guys can see the consistency as well. And it's a little bit like glue almost, where like it comes out like really weird. But then when I rub it in, like it kind of goes like matte, which is really, really cool because like sometimes my hands will be like dry and sweaty at the same time because I have hyperhidrosis. So I'll have like wet palms, but the backs of my hands will be like dry and cracked. And that's just like a nightmare to deal with. Whenever I have that issue and like don't want to feel greasy or anything like that, this is the cream that I reach for. So now that it's fully absorbed, like it doesn't have that like moisturized sheen on it whatsoever. It just kind of feels almost powdery, but definitely like more supple. And I like this one because it actually kind of like has a faint Play-Doh scent, which might be a turnoff for some people, but I'm one of those people that thought that Play-Doh smelled really good as a kid. So that's another thing I like about it, is like the faint Play-Doh scent of this one. So this next cream like changed the game for me, took it to a whole nother level, and really makes my hands feel like almost 100% better. So the thing is, my mom sent this cream to me from Europe, and I was not able to find it for sale anywhere in the US. And it's the Dermetic Linum Emollient Plus Eczema Regenerating Hand Cream. Now that's a mouthful, but as you can see, it's definitely targeted at people with eczema and extremely dry hands. And this is like a more moisturizing version of this cream. It's basically like the Aven cream taken to a whole nother level. And you might ask, why am I bringing it up if it's not available in the US? And I'm gonna show you guys the closest dupe that I basically found for it. So this cream, I like need to apply a bunch of it right now because my hands are just really getting bad. It's very similar to the Avène cream in that it doesn't leave a greasy feeling on your hands, but it's definitely a lot more moisturizing than the Avène cream. And if you take a look at the ingredients, I think the heavy lifter in this cream is the fact that it has lanolin in it. Now, lanolin's extremely moisturizing. They put it in like a lot of lip balms for chapped lips. It has a lot of other uses for like dry areas. And this also has vitamin E and allantoin. But having used other products with lanolin in it, I know that like it's just so intensely moisturizing. Like it's probably the end all be all moisturizing ingredient that you can find. I'm just applying this again because I love this cream so much. Now, as I said, this cream to me, first of all, it's unscented, which is great. And secondly, it again leaves my hands with that kind of like powdery, non-greasy feeling that the Avène does. Now, the dupe unfortunately doesn't leave my hands feeling like that, but I almost think it's more moisturizing than this, which is crazy. So if you just like don't know what to put on your hands anymore to make them feel normal, they're like bleeding and cracked and itchy and dry and everything, this is like the holy grail, the mother of all hand creams. And it's by Lano. It's their Hand Cream Intense. And so as you can probably gather by the name, the active ingredient in this one, again, is lanolin, same as this one. And so that's why this is a really good dupe for this one. Now, as far as like all the active moisturizing ingredients go, I really do think that lanolin is like the heaviest hitting one of these. Basically, any product that I try that says that it has lanolin in it is like the most moisturizing that I've tried. So this brand, for example, has a lip balm that's like my go-to lip balm because no matter how like cracked my lips get, it makes them feel so amazing. And that's what this does for my hands. Now, this one's the Milk and Honey scent. And I would say it smells, honestly, more like vanilla-y, like a vanilla cupcake or something. And this one's very heavy duty. I actually keep this in my car when I don't mind my hands being greasy because I almost need like my hands to be tacky. So this one will leave your hands feeling a little bit greasy, but it is so moisturizing. It just like instantly makes your hands feel enveloped in moisture. It's honestly, truly like amazing how instantly it will just regenerate your hands. So again, this one's Milk and Honey scented, but it's not like an artificial fragrance. It actually has real like milk and honey extract in it, giving it that like vanilla scent. And I believe that the regular ointment is unscented, and I think they also have different scents to them, but that may be a little bit of a different formula than the Hand Cream Intense. And they also make a Rose Hand Cream Intense, which I'm actually planning on buying next because I'm on like a rose scented kick where I like all rose scented products recently. So I definitely want to try that scent next. But I'm telling you guys, if your hands are like, you just can't stand them anymore and can't stand how dry they are, pick this up, try this out. It will save your hands. It is honestly like the most moisturizing whopper of a hand cream that I've ever tried. And it's like the closest dupe that I found for this. So honestly, I mostly have been alternating between these two when it's just brutally cold out. And on days when it's like not so cold and my hands just need like a little touch of moisture, that's really when I use these two. So again, I want to show you guys like the texture of this. It's very thick. And it's super, super moisturizing, but I do feel like it's the most likely to leave this greasy, like slightly filmy feeling afterwards, which honestly you probably won't mind if your hands are just like dry beyond belief. So I'm gonna link all these hand creams down below in the description box for you guys so you can really easily find them. I might even like link this one if I can find it being sold somewhere overseas. So I really hope that this video helps every single one of you suffering with dry hands. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below and let me know down below in the comments if you guys try any of these and what you think about them, and if there's any other hand creams that you guys swear by. And so you're probably sitting there wondering what you should watch next. So definitely check out one of these two videos and click on my face to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, my loves, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.